Facebook and Instagram, it's becoming easier and easier and easier. With the implementation of, ChatGPT and AI tools and all of that, I think that we are getting close to a complete new era of social media advertising in general, and business in general. I was just talking to my team about how you can use ChatGPT, for instance, to get summaries and transcriptions of really cool podcasts and videos and webinars and all of that. So I think that we're going into the a new era of advertising, and we need to learn how to pivot, and we need to learn how to update our skill sets, which is basically what we have been doing for the past however many years since we're in digital marketing. I really like digital marketing because it allows you to, it keeps you on the tip of your toes, right? Keeps you on your toes. You need to keep on learning. You need to keep on updating, and I really like that. Now, today, what I want to share with you guys is a really simple trick, a really simple hack that you can apply to your Facebook ads so that you can increase the performance in under 5 minutes. This is real. In fact, I got a message from one of our clients that we implemented this trick, and his cost per lead went from $25 to $4 in 48 hours. It's so powerful and yet super overlooked. The reality is that we try to overcomplicate things when it comes to advertising, right? Oh, well, this is not working. I'm going to rebuild the whole thing. This thing is not working. I'm going to launch it over. And we can do really simple tweaks to our campaigns that will allow us to get better performance. One of the levers that you can pull if you notice that your ads are not performing is a metric that I like a lot, and you can find it in the columns in your business, in your Facebook Ads Manager. It's a metric called unique outbound CTR. Unique outbound CTR, or click-through rate. Now, if you try to add click-through rate to your columns, you will have like 5 different click-through rates, right? The one that I really pay attention to is called unique outbound CTR. What does this mean? This means people that are uniquely, meaning each user are clicking outside of Facebook, into your landing page or into your funnel, into your website, right? So again, unique outbound CTR, you can find that in the columns in your Facebook Ads Manager. And I really like that metric because the higher the unique outbound CTR, the better your ads perform. That means that your messaging is compelling, your images are compelling, and your targeting is on point. I always say that anything above 1% for unique outbound CTRs is really good, or it's rather anything above 1% is good, anything above 2% is really good, and anything above 3% is great. So if you have a 3% unique outbound CTR, it works really well. So I talked about this before, but the main point and the main trick that I want to share with you guys today can increase your CTR, can increase the amount of people clicking on your ads. So if you think about it, if you're spending the same amount of money, but you do a quick tweak to your ads, which gets people to click on them more, then effectively everything else benefits, right? You pay less per click because you need less impressions to get the same amount of clicks. You pay less per lead because you get less impressions to get the same amount of clicks, thus the same amount, less leads, or less cost per lead. So everything replies, or everything answers to this one metric. And how do you fix that, right? How do you increase that? A really simple technique that I like to use, and we do this for every client at scale-driven.com, is to increase the contrast of the images and videos that we're putting out there. If you think about it, on Facebook and Instagram, you have either a white background or a dark background, depending if you're rocking the light version or the dark version, right? I do both. I have them tied up to my system. So when night comes, boom, everything turns black, and I really like it. But during the day, it's a white background, and then during the night, it's a dark background. Whatever the background is, if you add a high contrast image, that is an image that has a background that contrasts a lot with Facebook and Instagram native background, the image will pop a lot more. The same goes to videos. If you use high contrasting video color, then it will pop out much more, and it will increase your click-through rate, which will in turn make your Facebook ads and your funnel work better. So again, one of the things that you can do, which only takes you 5 minutes, is you grab one of the images that's working really well for you, either an image or a video that's working extremely well for you, that's getting you good cost per lead, good cost per call, and all of that. And you just simply put it on Photoshop or Canva or Illustrator, whatever it's good and easy to use for you, and you increase the contrast of that image. What that will give you is a much more vibrant image, right? An image that pops out a lot more. You can also do that with a video. So if you have a video editor in house, or if you're editing videos yourself, what you can do is you can either ask that video editor or yourself to increase the contrast. Now, on videos, you need to be careful because you don't want the video to look kind of weird, right? If a video has a lot more contrast, it looks kind of weird. But still, you can ask your video editor to give you a normal, quote unquote, contrast version and a high contrast version of that video. And if you run them side by side, what you will notice is that the high contrast version has a higher click-through rate. That means that more people are clicking on it because it just pops out more and it has a higher thumb stopping power. Okay, so that's a really simple trick that you can apply real quick with your campaigns, and it has a lot of benefits. One of those benefits is to increase the CTR, but another benefit is that it gives you longevity of your campaigns. As we know, Facebook is really creative hungry. You need to be able to put out creatives pretty frequently. That's what we do at ScaleDriven.com, is we come up with new creatives for clients pretty much every week, because we need to keep on putting out creatives to keep our costs to acquire customers or leads or calls relatively low. That is something that I also show at my $100 million framework, is how to have a good output of creatives, right? And by the way, if you want to get it, you can click the button somewhere around here. You can go to 100millionframework.com and get it. It's on sale right now and it's pretty good. But the point is that by adding this, by making this quick tweak, you can actually get a lot more mileage out of your current ads that are working well, but you can also increase the CTR. All right. And that's, again, something that you can implement in like 5 minutes. You just download the image, you put it on Canva, you jack up the contrast, and then you upload it as a new ad. We're also testing with high contrast ads that they are only text. So we might use a red background or a green background like this, or a yellow background and then letters. And they usually tend to work really well. I went live, I think a couple weeks ago, and I created another video explaining what are the best performing ads that are working for us right now. So you can find it in our Marketing Atlas podcast, or you can find it on YouTube. And I go through and I actually show 2 ads that are working really well, and they're mostly high contrast ads. So that's a quick tip, a quick trick, quick hack that can allow you to lower your cost to acquire leads, your cost per click, and your cost per book call, just by doing this one thing. If you want to get more techniques like this, and if you want to learn how to create and launch Facebook ads that work every single time, no matter what you're selling, backed by a lot of advertising spend, go to 100millionframework.com. It's 100mframework.com. There's also going to be a link somewhere around here. Get the framework. People are getting great results with it. I actually go through and dissect a couple of $1 million ads that I've written, and it allows you to actually put out really, really good ads that people really like to read and click and whatnot. It's kind of weird because most people don't like to see ads on their feed. For some reason, I enjoy it and I learned a lot, but for some reason that happens, and these ads, they actually turn the tides around because they're really educational and they're really helpful. So you can get the step-by-step methodology on how we're launching those good ads by getting the framework. I hope that this was helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I'll see you guys really, really soon. Bye-bye.